Hi, and welcome back to Management Information Systems. We're on Chapter 11 in your MIS6 book. We're going to talk about supply chain management and how it's used, customer relationship management systems, knowledge about management system, and enterprise resource planning systems. So there are enterprise systems that are specifically set up for certain kinds of functions. One is a supply chain, which is an integrated network of organizations, its suppliers and transportations, companies and brokers. So a supply chain configuration would look somewhat like this picture here, this Visio diagram, to give you an idea. And what a supply chain management does is it is a process of working with suppliers and other partners to develop and improve procedures for delivering products. Its functions are to procure materials, transfer materials, and distribute finished products to customers. There's a supply chain management communication that takes place, and that's with the product flow, the information flow, and the finance flow. So the supply chain management system, key decisions are made on location, inventory, production, and transportation. So electronic data interchange helps partners to exchange information. It expedites the delivery and giving accurate information. It's a web-based electronic data exchange, which provides for lower costs, and it's independent and easy to use. Some of the drawbacks of having an EDI is it's a proprietary software, so it does completely function on its own. It costs the partners, in some cases, a higher amount of money when there are smaller partners or smaller numbers of people in the business, so it can be relatively expensive to use. So we're also going to talk about SCM, and what that does is it improves information sharing through the supply chain. So there are also what are called e-marketplaces, which buyers and sellers go to interact and trade efficiently. It helps you to have or maintain a competitive edge in the supply chain. So e-marketplaces solve time constraint problems. They allow you to make comparisons of prices and products, and they reduce marketing costs. E-distributors, what they are is they are marketplaces owned and operated by third parties. They provide an electronic catalog and product. They provide maintenance, repair, and operations. They're an example of a horizontal market. They offer fast delivery of a wide selection of products. Online auctions, those I'm sure you've seen if you've done any kind of web surfing and purchased things online. These kinds of auction places sell more goods and services than traditional auctions. They're brokerage, in some cases brokerage business models. What they do is they bring buyers and sellers together, and they're cost effective. There's collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment that's used as a part of to coordinate the supply chain members through a point of sale, data sharing, and joint planning. It improves operational efficiency, but there can be disadvantages as well. Collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment are part of the supply chain and the management of inventory and sales data. Here's an example of the CPFR process, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about that. It's analysis, strategy and planning, demand and supply management, and execution. A CRM is another word for customer relationship management system, and it consists of a process a company uses to track and organize contracts with customer, improve service, target marketing, and develop long-term relationships. So CRMs are used by a wide variety of customers. I know at the college here we use a CRM. It helps organizations make use of data, and it gives organizations a complete picture of their customers. Some of the CRM activities that you will see are sales automation, order processing, marketing automation, customer support, knowledge management, and personalization of technology. Some CRM applications are either web-based or they're on-premise, which means they're either in the cloud or they're in-house. Software packages are available for setting up the CRM system, almost always. It depends upon which CRM system you're using. Below are a series of CRM solutions, just to give you a few. There are also software packages for Salesforce automation. There's an eCRM, or another word for it is a web-based customer relationship management system. There's survey management, and there's automated customer service. So there's a whole variety of things that can be used. So personalization technology, what that is it's the process of satisfying customer needs and building customer relationships and increasing profits. You design goods and services to meet the customer's needs. Customization allows customers to modify the standard offering. So when you have a personalization of technology, it requires gathering customer information, and we kind of talked about that when we talked about doing any type of project management. You need to understand the requirements gathering piece of something first prior to doing any kind of personalization. There's a collaborative filtering, which search out what you do is you get specific information or patterns in order to develop the kinds of needs that a business partner might have, or the kinds of information that they need. It identifies groups of people based on common interests and recommends those products. It works well for a single product category. The drawback is that it needs a large sample of users, and it fails to make recommendations across unrelated categories. Knowledge management. So knowledge management is when an organization wants to get information to create learning culture and best practices. So it's used to develop an organization. It is a technique to improve CRM systems. So they're taking the knowledge that they get from a CRM system and they use it to create better processes and improve their products. There's the knowledge repository, which stores knowledge about experts. It's created for employees to refer to when they're needed. It also consists of using groupware. Other tools and technology might be DBMs, which is used by database management system admins, and they use them for data mining tools to support decision making in systems. Some contributions of knowledge management systems that can be used by an organization is to promote innovation, improve customer service by reducing response time, increase revenue by reducing the delivery time, improve employee retention rate by rewarding employees for their knowledge. There's also Chief Knowledge Officer, which is something that some organizations have gone to, which is a new role, and it's a position created by organizations because of the importance of knowledge and knowledge management and the knowledge management system. So a CKO would ensure knowledge resources are properly collected and stored. It ensures the organization's profits from the knowledge resources, and it tries to maximize the return on investment. Enterprise Resource Planning, or ERP. Sometimes you hear of ERP systems. That's a general term that is used quite frequently. It's an integrated system that collects and processes data. So it manages and coordinates information and functions throughout an organization. It can include hardware, software, and procedures. And it uses a unified database to store the data. So here's an example of an ERP configuration, and you can see it takes in quite a bit of different areas of an organization, and it puts it into a defined area or a collection of information so that it can be used for decision making. So here are some of the ERP components: a database, an inventory management system, supply chain, manufacturing, human resources, CRM or customer relationship management, purchasing, accounting, vendor integrations, e-commerce, and sales. So if you have a well-designed ERP system, you can have increased availability and timeliness, and you can have improved data accuracy, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction. Your planning and scheduling improves, your relationships improve, and reliability of information. And this goes further into talking about some of the things that will be a benefit of having a well-designed ERP system. Some drawbacks are that they are expensive. They're difficult to install. You need extensive training to be able to work with them. And there's compatibility problems with legacy systems. So in many cases, they need to be upgraded quite frequently. Here are some of the terms that are a part of this particular module. If you have time, go through those, and we will see you in the next module.